Good evening, everybody. Better late than never. So I am going to recreate this amazing, well, let's try to flip the phone around, this amazing Grammys look from Megan Thee Stallion. Mostly her eyes are what I'm going to concentrate on because that's like the coolest part to me, was the most awesome part. So I already have my base foundation. I did some cream contour under my jawline, my cheekbone, my forehead. I put some concealer on my under eye and a little bit of Beauty Counter's blush. I think this color is Paloma, because she has on kind of like a peachy tone, and this matched it pretty well. So I put all those on kind of in one layer with a little bit of Beauty Counter foundation too, and blended it all out. And then I went ahead and did my brows, because if not, this video would have been like 50 minutes long. So I'm going to use a little bit of Beauty Counter, a little bit of non-Beauty Counter. So, you know, we don't have eyeshadow palettes anymore. So the first thing I did put actual eyeshadow primer on. I have some Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and then I took, I'm going to be using this big Kat Von D palette I have. I took some of this like creamy white shade, only because I don't have any more of that creamy white shade from my Beauty Counter palette. It's called Amen, and I put that all over just to give me like a blank canvas to work with, because Megan's look on the inner corner is very light and bright, and there's a little bit of shimmer to it, and so I'm gonna start with that white base and kind of build my brown and my black and my wing and everything from there. So did that. So now I'm going to go in and start to work on my crease and my transition shade, and I'm going to use my classic palette from Beauty Counter. Unfortunately, these aren't available anymore, and I apologize. My light's probably going to go out like 8 million times while I'm doing this. And so I'm just going to start blending. I wish I could like speed up parts of this video, but I'm not that technologically savvy yet. You know, to like edit and that kind of thing. So I'm just going in, I'm blending out this light brown shade, and I'm already starting to create that like winged effect up towards like the outer corner of my eye, up towards the outer edge of my what's that called? Your eyebrow, right? So we're just going to do that. I will probably pause the video and like skip ahead. Okay, so I've got that suede color kind of on the outside. I stayed away from the inside. I'm going to keep the inside corner of my eyes really light and bright. So I just buffed a couple layers of that really light brown. And next I'm going to go in with a little bit darker brown. It's kind of a warm toned brown. So again, I'm going to use my crease brush, get a little bit on my brush and kind of knock off the excess. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to blend it in as far, like in towards my nose, quite as far as the other shade. So with this look, we're going for like depth and a smoky eye kind of effect with this wing liner. So we're going to keep the darker shades kind of out towards the outer corner, which is normally what I like to do for my eye shape anyway, which is probably part of the reason I gravitated towards this look. I keep looking down because that's where my picture of Megan is. I should have some of her music playing in the background, but I like to keep my Facebook page kid-friendly. You know. Her songs be a little bit dirty. So I'm going to pause the video again because you guys don't need to see me blend for like 5 hours. Okay, so next, Megan has this, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. She has this like kind of browner, almost like a contour there on her inner corner. So I took the shade Sable from the Beauty Counter palette, and I took like my little pencil brush and a tiny bit to just get the shape outlined there. So she kind of went under her brow. Now her brows are like a much different shape than mine, so it's not going to be quite exactly the same. And then I took a fairly clean brush and kind of blended that out and across. And I'm not going to worry too much about it being flawless right away because we're going to go in with that shimmery shade all through here. And so we can kind of cover up, but I just want to make sure that that's blended, and you can see how that kind of changed the shape a little bit of my eye. Isn't it amazing like what contour can do to your face? I don't know. It's crazy. I know all of the, like the Halloween looks and stuff I've done. I'm always just amazed at what contour can do to your face and how crazy you can change your face with a little bit of makeup. And while I'm at it, I'm going to come down my nose a little bit. Now, she doesn't have much contour or nose. I just feel like doing this. Just a little, just to kind of finish that out a little bit. It looked kind of, I don't know, unfinished and weird to me. I did this when I did Cruella, only it was like much darker and more intense. Okay, so we got that part done. So next, I'm going to get, they actually use eyeshadow to create her wing, and so it's not quite as daunting as it might seem. Like, it's not a liquid eyeliner. They used eyeshadow first. At least it looks that way to me. So I'm going to use my favorite brush. If y'all are intimidated at all by eyeliner, get you one of these angled liner brushes, and you'll be able to do a cat eye to your heart's content with this. And you don't need, I mean, you can use this first, and then you can just take your liquid eyeliner and trace over it. It's so great. It makes eye makeup so easy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put I'm going to start doing the shimmery shades on there first. And she almost, it almost looks like a bit of a cut crease, but it goes up higher than a cut crease, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so these shimmers in here are almost a little too dark. I'm going to start with Sahara, and I'm just putting it on my finger. And I'm going to start that here, because she does have it. It goes like all the way across her lid. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on, and then I'm going to get like a lighter shade to go into the inner corner with. I just looked down and thought, oh, I hope I unpaused this. That would be kind of cruddy. Okay, so I'm just going up. So I'm kind of using my fingernail as a guide against my brow bone, and that's all the higher I'm going. I'm going up just on my crease with that shade. And then I want to find a lighter shimmery shade. Let's see. My Tarte Pro Glow palette might have it. Oh yeah, here we go. So I'm going to use this strobe shade, I think. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's what we're going for. And again, I'm going to start with my finger. Oh yeah, that's what we're going for, baby. And she has it like all the way up to this contour. I'm going to use a little bit of a brush for that because it's kind of a larger area. Let me get the brush I want. I'm going to use this kind of flatter brush, and I'm just going to dab. You know, these colors are shimmery, so I don't want to fluff my brush around, and I'm just going to kind of pat that around. And it goes on her. She's taking it like all the way up. I don't mean to flip you guys off, sorry. It's almost like she's got like a 3-tone effect there. So I'm going to do that on the other side as well. So anytime you're using like a glittery, shimmery shade, you want to press your flat brush down into the shade and press it onto your eye. Don't fluff, because these shades will definitely, you'll get a lot of fallout. You know, you'll get glitter and stuff in places you don't want it. So I'm just kind of patting that where I want it there. And it actually goes all the way out. And again, her eyebrows are shaped differently than mine. So it's going to look a little bit different. Well, her whole eye area is shaped different than mine. But, you know, we're recreating. We're not necessarily copying, right? I'm actually going to make this look even more shimmery by throwing some setting spray to wet it a little bit. That help? Yeah. Okay. All right, I don't want to get too carried away with that. And she does bring it down all the way to that bottom lash line. Okay, so you can see how that already opened up like that inner corner of my eye. Drop my brush. Okay. Just right now looking to see if it's symmetrical because I almost feel like this side's like lower than the other side. So I'm going to try to fix that. Okay. All right. So I might go back and touch that up here in a little bit, but let's move on to the part that everybody kind of wants to see. I'm going to take my angled liner brush, and I think I'm going to go in with gray first, so it's not quite as intimidating, and then I'll go over it with the black. So this is like an old Beauty Counter palette. I'm just taking this gray just to outline the shape. So hers starts like at the high point of her brow and comes out. So we're going to do a shape kind of like here and out. So again, here goes nothing. We're going to try this out. So I'm just going to use this gray to like get the shape, and then I'll go over it with the black. Okay, I think we got it. Okay. So let's go over it with the black. And just pray. And no worries, like I can clean this edge up a little bit. Because it's going to be like a shaded piece anyway through here. So I'm just using this brush to like blend that line so that it almost fades out. And on her, she has a lot more space there. She has a lot more space here than I do. So it's not going to be quite as cool and dramatic. But we work with what we got. So now I'm just connecting it and starting to just blend. And then I'm going to use, I have this like fluffy brush, or no, I'm going to use one that's a little more pointed, this little like pencil brush, to blend this a little bit. And I'm just being really careful to blend it away from the point so that I still keep this like nice sharp point. I'm going to get a tiny bit more black on my brush. And then the line is like deeper through here. I'm going to go back with my angled brush again. It's turning out okay so far. Okay. Now I think I just need to blend. That top line kind of fades out a little. So I'm going to do the same thing with it. And I want to get rid of this like more brown area here. So I'm going to put the tiniest amount of black on my brush and blend it down a little bit more. Ooh, I'm going to only be able to do one of these on camera because it takes a long time. All right. I think we're doing pretty good. Let me finish this eye. Or, I'm sorry, let me finish the other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so mine ended up being a little longer than hers. I don't have the same amount of space, so I had to go a little bit longer to get the two lines to connect. I probably could have stopped it there. I don't know. I don't think it would have been as dramatic as hers. So, you know, whatever. This is literally my first time trying this. I promise. I haven't practiced. And then I used a little bit of liquid eyeliner to just like make the very tip and the outline of it darker. And so what I'm going to do now is line the rest of my lids with black eyeliner. And I'm just going to use my beauty counter black eyeliner, sharpen it up, maybe, yes, and line the rest of my eye. Warm that baby up. Warm up your pencils, y'all, before you line. And I already went in a little bit with the black eyeshadow, so I don't have too much of it to do. This look looks really good with my sweats that I have on tonight. I just want you to know, like, it's what, like 9:30 right now. I'm filming this on a Sunday night, so this is very like black. I'm getting Black Swan vibes from this. Maybe I'll have to keep that in mind if I do like Black Swan for Halloween one year. I could just pull up this Megan Stallion video and do this makeup. Okay. Going in, she's heavier on the bottom. Not her. Her eye makeup is heavier on the bottom. So I'm going in my waterline. I'm going underneath as well. And her makeup artist took it all the way into the inner corner. I'm going to have so much fun washing all this off here in a little bit. So waterline. And then also underneath the lash line. And she took it all the way in, which is not normally something that I do for my particular eye shape, but we're doing it. We're not being ourselves tonight. We're being Megan. We don't cook. We don't clean. Oh, wait, that's Cardi B. Same song, but they say the same song. All right, and so let me line the rest of this eye. Okay. All right, people. it's getting there. It's getting there. All right, so I'm going to put some mascara on. I'm going to pause the skin. Okay, so I'm back. So I put some mascara on. She obviously has false eyelashes on. I'm not that committed, guys. Sorry. If I were going out somewhere. So I just felt like the line between this and this was a little too harsh. So I'm just going in and doing some final like blending to that. And then I think we'll pretty much be done. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hopefully this was somewhat entertaining. I don't know. I didn't want to put the whole video up here because, that's a lot. It's taken me, I've been here about an hour. I know I haven't filmed the solid hour, but, so there we go. I definitely like this eye better than this, than this one, but I don't know, for not practicing at all, I feel like that's pretty good. Ooh, I want to do her lip. I don't love the brown around the lip, but we're going to do it. And we're going to do the old eyebrow pencil. So I'm going to just overline my lips a little. Okay. Oh, wow. Looks like I got my lips done or something. Let's see. What shade does she have going on there? It's more of like a really neutral shade. So I don't want to do anything crazy. I got petal. This might work. No, it's too pink. That's too pink. I look like a little bit of a drag queen, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this. This is Bellini. I don't even know if we make this anymore. It's definitely like a gloss on top, a gloss finish. She goes straight from the liner to the gloss. There's like not much blending happening there. I don't love that, so I'm gonna blend it a little bit. And I'm just gonna finish with a little bit more of the blush that she has on. And then a little bit of this highlight. This is the highlight I'm using. It's what I used on the inner corners and everything too. And it looks like she even, little trick to make your lips look bigger. Once you put your gloss on, take a little bit of highlight on your finger and dab it on the center of your lip. And there you go. I don't have the snake earrings, but I feel like it's pretty good. Thanks for sticking around if you did. Have a good night.